Hi, my name is Cassie. I'm a student nurse. Is it okay if I sit and talk with you today?
Sure.
How are you doing today?
Doing well. Can't complain.
Would you say that you're doing better or worse than yesterday?
Probably better.
Better? What makes it better?
I would say yesterday I was a little bit sleep deprived, and
Mm.
today I was able to catch up on my sleep. And so I had a very engaging class, and that went well at school today, at work.
At work, you're a teacher?
Yes, I teach. And my students were much more responsive today than they were yesterday.
Okay, what do you teach?
Algebra 2 and geometry.
Oh, how are you liking those classes?
So far, so good. I enjoyed my Algebra 2 class a little bit more. Geometry, I'm finding my rhythm. I kind of got thrown into it, but that's okay. I'm finding a nice work ethic with my students, and they all seem to take they all seem to enjoy my class so far.
Is teaching something you enjoy? Is it something you want to do, for the rest of your life?
I mean, some aspect I enjoy the idea of changing people's lives and being able to guide people with, albeit my limited knowledge.
Why do you say your knowledge is limited?
Mostly out of understanding that the more I know, the more there is to know.
Okay, okay. And, it sounds like you get along with your students well. You enjoy being around them, teaching them. Is that a correct assumption?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, okay. What would you say your favorite thing about teaching is?
For me, it's the moments when my students realize that two ideas click together. And then for them to walk out thinking that they're more capable of doing this than they were yesterday.
Okay, so you like to uplift your students. You like to, you know, be almost like the person with all the knowledge.
I don't know if I want to be the person with all the knowledge. I do like to uplift them, but even more so, I like to guide them into uplifting themselves. To recognize that they always had that ability within them, whether it's so I teach at high school, but I also teach martial arts, and I also teach singing. So I have a lot of teaching related careers, and for me, it's the recognition when a student walks out and they say, "Okay, I'm able to do something that I wasn't able to do before." And it's not like I gave them that ability, like I gave them $20 for them to spend. It's that they always had it within them, and they just needed to find it a little bit and someone to guide them towards that.
What about that is so important to you? Why does it would you say that that's your driving force for being a teacher?
I think that we have a responsibility as humans to help each other and to love each other. And being a teacher is, for me, one of the most peaceful and appropriate ways in order to help other people. And in doing that, oftentimes I end up learning myself, which I appreciate.
Okay. So, is there anything else that you would like to bring up today? Anything that's bothering you?
Not particularly.
Okay, so you feel pretty you're feeling pretty good today then, huh? I know you said that earlier, but
Yeah.
our good days can also have some bad things happen in them too.
Yeah, sure. No, there wasn't too much negative that happened today. I mean, there's always little battles to be fought every day, and our own things to our own challenges to face. But nothing that I think is too consequential. Like today I had a poor student who she wanted to she felt so confident about her ability to do this problem, and then she did it and was like completely wrong and got embarrassed in front of the entire class, didn't want to do it anymore. And there's things like that where you see that and you're like, okay, I need to how do I step in and aid in this situation. But overall, that's a responsibility. It's not necessarily something that's inherently bad about my day.
Okay. Now, before we, wrap it up here, can I ask you a couple of questions?
Sure.
Do you have any thoughts of harming yourself?
No.
Do you have any thoughts of harming others?
No.
Are you seeing or hearing things that I may not be seeing or hearing?
No.
Do you have any largely irrational fears?
No.
Do you have any thoughts that can lead to like anxiety, and if this doesn't get done, then it's going to ruin your day?
Sometimes.
Okay. Can you expand upon that?
Yeah. I sometimes worry. Like one of my core fears is about whether or not like I'm acting in a moral capacity
Mm-hmm.
with other people. And so whenever I do something wrong, or whenever someone has informed me that something is not right about what I've been doing, I tend to take it extremely personally,
Mm-hmm.
perhaps more so than is reasonable. And so, you know, for an example, I had students who were, I think, just they have a system in their school where we post homework by 4 p.m. on like the day that it's assigned or whatever. And so I would go and I would post on like an announcements tab, but it turned out that the students weren't able to see it under the announcements tab just because of a setting that I had
Mm-hmm.
already. And so, which, that's all well and good, and we got it sorted out, but where I took the bigger issue is, uh, you know I had someone come in and be like, hey, you're in trouble for not doing this. And I just get those sinking feelings of, oh, like I hope I didn't like harm people, or I hope I didn't do these things. And I think it maybe gets blown out of proportion within my own mind, like a greater fear of hurting other people.
Okay. Is it like you're afraid that you're gonna hurt other people?
Or maybe let people down, or maybe that because I try to be so intentional with who I am,
Mm-hmm.
as to be a positive influence in the lives of the people around me. And so I think I worry that if I am incorrect in doing something, or have habitual issues, then that makes me automatically a less positive influence, which is now a I don't want to say like attack, but it's a degradation of what I am trying to enforce my own character to be, in the standard that I'm trying to hold to myself.
Okay. Do you hold other people's opinions of you in a very high regard?
I would say so, yeah.
Okay. Has that hindered your life in any way, do you think?
Uh, I think maybe in the past I became a very big people pleaser, but I had to understand within myself to fight for the things that I believe in, and that people are okay if you stir the pot a little bit. And so I actually made it a personal goal of mine. This is kind of a really weird goal, but in 2022 it was one of my
Mm-hmm.
goals to become more aggressive and more angry at people,
Okay.
just out of virtue of, like, it's okay to feel that way, and not acknowledging that I have negative feelings within me can have a negative impact on my own personal health and my
Mm-hmm.
mental health in the future.
That's a great goal, like, especially if you're a chronic people pleaser. Being able to teach yourself that you can get angry, and being able to allow yourself that permission, it's hard, but the more you work at it, the better and the easier it will become.
Yeah, yeah.
So my final question, do you have any acts or like actions that you have to do throughout your day to either make those original obsession kind of thoughts go away, or actions that you have to take to make your day better, or maybe not better, but stop
Is
those
this
anxious thoughts?
when you say like have to take? Is that within the context of things that I uh, like can't my day can no longer function without them, or tools that help me whenever I'm going through a difficult time?
Something that you have to do every single day.
No, no, I don't really have anything like that. I mean, it's probably good that I shower and brush my teeth and that kind
Right.
of, that
I
kind of
mean,
stuff, but no, like nothing I would say ritualistic in that
outside of.
sense. Yeah, I've definitely taken to journaling on some days, or I'm also very religious, and so I pray a lot. But it's never necessarily something that I'm that I need in order to soothe a certain anxiety within me.
Okay. Well, thank you for letting me sit and talk with you for a
Thank
little
you.
bit. The patient was dressed appropriately for their age. They're not wearing makeup. Their hair is neat. They have good self-care and hygiene. The patient was calm, cooperative, friendly, and maintained strong eye contact. Their speech was a normal rate and volume. They also had clear speech. Their mood, the patient stated, "I'm doing all right, I can't complain," and it is congruent with their affect. Their thought process is logical, coherent, and goal directed with a fund of knowledge and good attention and concentration. The patient's thought content, our central theme, was their job and self-reflection. The patient denies delusions, hallucinations, suicidal ideations, homicidal ideation, any phobias or rituals, but does believe that they have an obsession, which is how other people kind of see them in the world. The patient is ANO times 4. The patient is also has good insight and good judgment. They are able to recognize, that they are a people pleaser and are working to mitigate that by teaching themselves that and allowing themselves to be angry.